New at 6, a message many of us just aren't used to hearing. It's a different way of understanding why bad things happen. A local pastor is challenging us to think differently about God's role in those situations, and he talks about it in his new book called Good God. As a child, Lucas Miles remembers fear.
I was petrified of God.
Vivid memories of going to church.
I was always afraid. And I can remember times in church they would sing, Amazing Grace or something like that. And they'd get to the third stanza of When We've Been There 10,000 Years. And I would literally have to just run out of the room and go get a drink of water. The bottom line is I knew about him, but I didn't know him. And that was a big difference for me.
What point do you remember having that different view?
I think it evolved. It wasn't necessarily just like one day.
His wife's heart surgery, mission trips, rather many moments leading to this one.
Here you go, guys. Thank you so much.
A book release and signing.
Appreciate it.
His view?
I tell people all the time, God has a PR problem.
He believes in a God so good, people are tempted to give reason to the unreasonable.
When somebody experiences heartache like a miscarriage that I talk about in the book, and someone comes up and says, well, you know why this happened? God needed another angel. And when you really stop and go, what are we really saying here? What we're saying is that God took your babies. I believe that we have mistakenly put the blame and the condemnation on the problems of this world on him.
And he goes a step further with this.
I believe that God is not the source of my pain. He does not cause problems in my life. And I go, and this is where it gets a little maybe controversial for some people, is I say he's not even allowing the negative situations in our life.
I was among most Christians that say, well, God doesn't cause bad things to happen, but he allows them.
Dr. David Imes is reading Good God for a second time and understands Lucas's belief that far too many Christians are running from personal responsibility, blaming God for things that go wrong, or using him as a way to cope with difficult news.
I think kind of looking back on different negative experiences in my life, and times when I didn't have prayers answered the way that I would have thought a good, loving God would have answered them, and just accepting, well, that's just bad things happen, and that's just we don't understand. I think it's let me reframe some of those things.
Did you question your faith at that point?
There were times, yes.
And it's questions that helped Lucas define his faith. Scary times, like his wife's unexpected open heart surgery.
If God's doing this in my life, if the creator of the universe is bringing these things on me, what hope do I have in getting through it? But if he is not, if he is standing with me, wanting me to experience, his kind of life, then I can have confidence, I can have faith, I can have hope because I'm relying on him, because I know that he's not the source of those problems and those pains in my life.
His book just released this week. He has an official book signing this Saturday at Barnes & Noble, and this was a 2-book deal. He's already working on the second one. We'll put all the details of his book signing on our website, wsbt.com.